Student activist was wanted in his country for killing a Hindu police officer last year was apprehended at the Indira Gandhi International Airport. Big breaking updates coming in. Okay, so we also know that this is what the official sources told. The man has been identified as Ahmed Raza Mehdi was intercepted by immigration authorities when he was attempting to board a flight to a European destination. The source said Mehdi is a resident of Habibganj in Bangladesh. He's facing charges in connection with the murder of a sub-inspector Santosh Chaudhary in 2024. We're getting these latest visuals of this developing story that we're getting for you. This is a Bangladeshi student activist who was wanted in his country for killing a Hindu police officer last year, has been apprehended at the Indira Gandhi International Airport. Pictures coming in on Republic TV first, on Republic, showing you what has been happening on the ground in the story. And this student activist from Bangladesh has also been deported back to his country. He was wanted in Bangladesh for killing a Hindu cop. The latest update that we're getting for our viewers is that this student activist from Bangladesh was caught here in Delhi by the authorities and now has been sent back to his home country, that is Bangladesh, to face the law, hopefully. So what we see right now are back-to-back updates coming in. This is the video on the story. This is the individual who has now been deported back. This is a student activist from Bangladesh. The man's name has been identified as Ahmed Raza Hassan Mehdi, was intercepted by the immigration authorities and officials when he was attempting to board a flight to a European destination right here in the national capital here in India. And then he was apprehended and then deported back to his country, that is Bangladesh. So big updates coming in, viewers, on Republic TV. This is a man called Ahmed Mehdi. He is wanted in his home country, Bangladesh, for killing a Hindu police officer last year and was apprehended at the Indira Gandhi International Airport. He is facing charges in connection with the murder of a sub-inspector Santosh Chaudhary on August 5th, 2024. Big updates coming in here on Republic TV. This is a student from Bangladesh wanted for killing a Hindu cop. He was on the run, trying to escape, trying to board a flight to Europe from the national capital, from Delhi here. But he was apprehended by the immigration officials and he was now he's being deported back, according to the latest update that we are getting on this story. So back-to-back updates coming in, viewers, on Republic TV. We'll tell you more about that, but this is the big update. This man from Bangladesh has been sent back. He was wanted in a cop's murder, arrested at the Delhi airport, and has been deported back to Bangladesh. He was trying to flee to Europe. Officials say he was trying to flee to Europe here from the national capital, from Delhi, and has been deported back to Bangladesh. He's a resident of Habibganj in Bangladesh. He's accused in the murder of a sub-inspector Santosh Chaudhary. This was during a nationwide movement. We're talking about when there was a huge uprising that led to a regime change in Bangladesh. Okay, let's go straight across to my colleague Shivam is joining us. Shivam, this was an unfortunate incident where a Hindu cop was killed. And this student activist was on the run, trying to flee to Europe, but caught by the immigration officials, and he has been deported back right here from the national capital.
Yes, truly, it's a very sad story on how he was allowed to go back to Bangladesh. Now, during the regime change that time, when the ouster of Sheikh Hasina, during that time, many Hindus were also killed during that time, and he is one of Ahmed Raza Hassan Mehdi, is a Bangladeshi student leader who was accused in 2024 of murdering a Hindu police officer. Now, he was apprehended when it comes to Delhi. He came to Delhi airport. He was detained while he was trying to flee to Europe. So he was trying to run away from the law enforcement agencies and from the Bangladesh police because he committed a murder, and that too of a Hindu man, a Hindu police officer in Bangladesh. Now, while he was trying to flee to Europe, he was apprehended by the police here, and then he was later deported to Bangladesh. Now, this is the latest that we are fetching, that he was later deported to Bangladesh. He was trying to flee to Europe, and he is a Bangladeshi student leader. Now, the murder that took place, it took place during 2024, during the uprising that happened. And you remember very well, that was the time when it was the time of the ouster of Sheikh Hasina. There was a regime change. It was the change. There was massive protests were happening. And during that time, many were killed. There were large protests in Bangladesh during that time. A Hindu police officer was killed. Now, he was trying to evade justice in Bangladesh. He was trying to flee to Europe, and he was caught. He was apprehended in Delhi airport. He could have, and then he was deported to Bangladesh for further proceedings. Now, he was trying to flee to Europe. Now, as per the sources, he was later deported to Bangladesh. Now, he even goes on to allege that he was physically abused by police officials during the detention time he was here. Now, he was a student coordinator from Habibganj district in Bangladesh. Now, where the victim, which is the SI Santosh Chaudhary, he was killed by him. He was not alone. There was a mob also who killed that Hindu police officer, the Hindu police cop in Bangladesh on August 5th, 2024. That was the day when the Hindu police officer was killed in Bangladesh. And the same day, it was the same day when Bangladesh Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, that is Sheikh Hasina, was ousted following the anti-government protests that were happening in Bangladesh during that time. Now, he was intercepted by the immigration officials at Delhi airport. Now, as per the sources, authorities detained him. They detained him, and when he was trying to leave the country, he was trying to run using Delhi airport as a route to flee to Europe, and he was apprehended, he was detained, he was caught, and subsequently he was sent to Bangladesh because he is a Bangladeshi national. Now, he will have to face justice there, but he is accused of killing a Hindu cop, a Hindu police officer in Bangladesh. Now, Shivangi, you remember many Hindus were brutally murdered, brutally killed in Bangladesh. Some of them were burnt alive in Bangladesh.
Yes, Shivam, what is very concerning, Shivam, you can continue talking about this, Shivam. What is very concerning is that this student who's from Bangladesh is wanted for killing a Hindu cop, was trying to use the national capital, Delhi, to go to a European destination. He was trying to flee the entire continent and move to Europe for some reason.
Definitely, he was trying to flee to Europe because he knows that he would be caught, and because he did a very big crime. He killed a police officer, and he would have to face justice when he reaches Bangladesh. But he had that moment. He thought that he would evade the justice system. He would go on, and he would reach Europe. But he was apprehended. But ironically, he's saying that he was abused while he was being detained here. He says, I was in police custody for around 40 minutes. I was treated very badly. So this is a murderer who is saying that he was treated very badly while he was in detention, while he was caught, while he was apprehended in Delhi airport now. And he said the police wanted me to put in jail. I told them that I have not done any illegal work, then I should be allowed to speak to the embassy. So he was playing the embassy card while he was here. So that can be one of the reasons why he was deported to Bangladesh. And he also goes on to accuse that they didn't cooperate. And he said, I'm safe now. The police unlocked my phone and checked it. I will take action once I return home. So this is a murderer who goes on to say that he was tortured while he was detained in Delhi airport. But sadly, he was deported back to Bangladesh. This should not have happened. He should have been caught here. He should have stayed here and should have faced the Indian law also, because he has murdered Hindu. There many Hindus have been murdered in Bangladesh. Over to you, Shivangi.
All right, well, thank you for getting those details, Shivam. I will be coming back to you for more as we get more updates on this story.